I am officially coming to you live as Mrs. Paula, and this is my new husband, Mr. Nate.
Woo.
So how's married life?
Wonderful. How's it for you?
Good. Yeah, it's actually really, really good. Oh man, what a ride. I'm still exhausted.
Me too. We didn't sleep well. Like, very careful. I'm already getting us in trouble. It was a fun week, we'll just say that.
Well, we actually spent, 10 days in Mexico, 2 full flippin' days of travel. Man, oh man, from where we are, it's an hour drive just to get to an airport. And then we get on a little feeder plane to Calgary that has the bigger plane that then takes us to Mexico and then all the way back and layovers and such. How was your back?
It's better now. Hydrotherapy helps.
Ooh, what's hydrotherapy? We're going to have to tell them all about that later.
I'll tell them all about it on my live stream, I think. I have it on my list.
That is right. So I'm going to take a minute and say hello to all of you, but I wanted to introduce Nate to you first. I know you guys all know Nate and Landcloud Adventures. We have officially married. We actually got married a little while ago, and then we just had the symbolic ceremony. And I just couldn't do live streams, you guys. There was so much that I was afraid of slipping up about. I just wanted to wait until, we had everything that we wanted done. And yeah, we're barely going to scratch the surface today. Barely. I have so much to tell you all. It's incredible.
It's a lot. A lot of stuff. All good. All good stuff.
All good stuff.
All right. Are you kicking me out now? You ready for me to go?
I will see you on your channel in less than 45 minutes.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Bye.
I love my husband. Oh, that is so fun to say my husband, my husband. All right. Hello, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. First things first, I want to make sure I put out a very big thank you for those that bought us gifts on our Amazon registry. And so I want to thank Leanne, Jessica, and Kobe for sending us gifts through Amazon. That was awesome. Great surprises. In fact, my neighbor had to pick up some of your gifts while we were gone, and we got them back, and we're just so excited for them. So thank you for everyone that checked out the registry. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I just saw something scrolling by. Oh, Lily, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. Anyone that is a member, I know for sure you have your monthly milestone. Speaking of memberships, now I know a lot of memberships have shut down. It makes sense. I hadn't been doing live streams for a long time, but I do want to let you know, and Lily, for sure, you as a member and anyone else that is, we are going to be sharing for members only the actual live stream that we had as a private live stream for family members only. So we narrowed it down to the important 20 minutes of that live stream that our families got to see if they couldn't make the trip. And we're not going to put that one out public. That is going to be a members only video. So for example, Lily, you absolutely are going to get to see that as soon as I get it uploaded. Nate's already got it here edited for me. And it's going to be a couple weeks or so till we get all the really good pictures. We had a photographer and videographer and some drone footage. So we are super excited. But man, I tell you, I've never had professional photos done before, and I am not good at it. I will tell you that. So if everybody wants to put a hello in, I will start saying my highs. I don't want to waste too much time backing up here. Aw, Lily, thank you so very much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. I can't wait until you get to see the video. Watch the mail, of course. And thank you again, Lily, for the card and gift that you had sent to us before we got married as well. We have Amanda just chilling in the house. Georgianne, Van Life Rocks, Mellow Nomadic Adventures. He just put out a book. You guys need to check that out if van life is something that you're looking into. We got Lynn in here. We got Sandra with the Hawkins Family Adventures. Aw, thank you, Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Thank you so much. Let me play a thank you for you guys. It's been so long since I've done this. Thank you, Sue, and thank you, Lily. We got Marianne in the house. Ringo and Czar, hello, hello, how are you? Ava's here. Auntie Cindy, thank you so much for the congratulations. Oh, Travel Dreamer. Hello, Fatima. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to hustle through this because I'm going to get into this. 45 minutes is going to go ridiculously fast, you guys. And I will be putting chapters into this live stream once it's done. Give me like a week to make sure to do it. So again, thank you to Leanne, Jessica, and Kobe for the gifts on the Amazon registry. Channel members will have access this week, beginning this week, to our actual wedding stream. Hello, Desert Deb. Good to see you here. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said, it took a really long time to get on this trip. Mom dropped us off at the airport at 3 in the morning, and we didn't get to our resort until sometime after supper. So was that like 15, 16 kind of lengthy travel days that we had. Now, we only had ourselves and 14 guests come to the wedding. We wanted to keep it very, very small. And we had to go before everybody else because we had to be there at least 2 weekdays, business days, with the wedding coordinator to prepare for the wedding. So we went first, and then my family and friends all came later. Yeah, so we get to the resort. We're super excited. We got a couple perks on this trip, and I've never had any perks, but because we have the wedding package, we got a couple upgrades. So they upgraded us to the premium level because we were getting the wedding done. So premium level, I'm like, well, what is that? Well, we knew that we were supposed to get, if available, right? Always if available. Hello, Richard. Hello, Debbie. We were supposed to get a king size bed. Well, we got into our room, and it was not a king size bed. It was 2, I don't know, did they call them queens? I'll tell you, they were double beds. They were 2 double beds. So we were a little bit disappointed in that, but we loved the room. We got a jacuzzi on the balcony, and we are beachfront. So we see the pools and what you can see of the ocean. So that was part of the premium level, having an ocean facing room. And we decided, you know what, we are really happy with where we're located, where the pools are, where everything is. We're just going to stay in this room with the 2 beds. Yeah, separate beds for the newlyweds. Could be the name of a song. Debbie, actually, it was romantic because we got to visit each other and then have our own space. I tell you, it had its perks. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Erin, thank you so much for the congratulations. So we had a jacuzzi on the balcony, and there's like, the 2 little chairs and a table, a rack that came out to put all your drying stuff so that people aren't hanging their towels over the railings and stuff. This was a 4.5, 5-star resort in Mexico on the Riviera Maya. So, I mean, there's some expectations, I suppose. Double bed, snuggle the newlywed. That sounds really good too. You guys are hilarious. Hey, Kat. Could have been caught. So that's right. So another thing we got as a perk, because the wedding upgraded us, is we got 24-hour room service. So we got room service free, which the others couldn't, and we could get it anytime we wanted. So we did take advantage of that a lot. We planned to have breakfast delivered most mornings. So that was really, really great. Hey, Eric, good to see you. So jacuzzi on balcony, they had this thing, it looks like a projector screen or like a really nice window screen that you can pull down, and it covered the whole length of the balcony. You could pull it all the way down and hook it in if you wanted privacy in the jacuzzi tub. So if you're doing a little naked swimming in your jacuzzi, you can actually do it without anybody catching you. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. So as soon as we got there, we got to go to the premium lounge. So we got to go in, sit down, meet with the lady there, check in. They already booked our a la cartes. So for anyone that doesn't know, all meals are a buffet except for the a la cartes, and those are specific restaurants throughout the resort. We stayed at the Barcelo and Barcelo. I don't know which way we call it. We heard it every different way. So we stayed there, and they already pre-booked 3 a la cartes for us. So those are your suppers that you go to at night. Men have to wear long pants, closed-toed shoes. Excellent food, much better than the buffets, but everything was great. So we already had 3 pre-booked premium times, and we were entitled to book a supper for every single night that we were there if we wanted. We did most. We didn't need one on our wedding night, and we didn't need one the night before because we did a big family dinner, which I'll tell you a little bit after. So we got a welcome bottle of wine in our room, oceanfront. We got the premium lounge, which had coffee all the time. You can make your own drinks in there. There was sandwiches and desserts in there, book exchanges, computers to use. Like, it just had everything there. We were also upgraded on our alcohol, so we could pick any alcohol we wanted to drink instead of just taking the regular levels, right? I don't know. How do I say that, right? And we got upgraded room amenities. So we even got toothbrushes and razors and just all sorts of stuff. We had a wedding breakfast with that upgrade the next day, and it was amazing. And Nate's probably going to tell you all about that one at some point. We didn't have to deal with the pool towels. Nope, no moose milk, no moose milk. Yeah, top shelf booze. So we didn't have to deal with the towel cards. Our towels were a different color. They were already in our room. We didn't have to worry about that. We got 20% off at the spa, which I used when I got my hair done. And we each got 2 50-minute massages, a couple's massage, free, included in the wedding package. So Nate and I had a couple's massage, I think our first full day there. And I didn't realize Nate's never had an actual massage before. Go figure. Perfect time to do it, right? And then at the spa, they had a whole hydrotherapy system. It takes an hour, and it includes all sorts of stuff that, again, Nate on Live Cloud Adventures is going to tell you all about, and he is pinned to the top of the chat if you want to go find him right after this. One of the things that was super cool is, you know, when you go to hotels, you always have those hotel cards, right? And you can demagnetize it against your phone, or you drop it. I mean, you don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. This is an all-inclusive resort. So when we got ours, they were the cutest little bracelets. They were just a little oval shape. This said Barcelo on it. And they unlocked our rooms. We just held it up against the same spot you would with a key card and unlocked our room. So we never had to carry anything around us. Even the bands were leather. They were really, really cute. So we did get all those perks in a regular level. Now, this resort has 6 sections. We were in the stay at 1, play at 4. And then there's the next step up, which was the palace. And then the highest level where you could do anything you want, eat it anywhere, do anything, is the top level. And that was the adults only, called the Riviera. Well, my mom and son traveled together, and my brother and his soon-to-be wife traveled together. The 4 of them are together, and they were offered an upgrade before we went out. And so they got upgraded to the highest level room. So again, they had jacuzzi tubs, upgraded amenities, and they got to go places that we weren't even allowed to go and see. So that was pretty awesome. It was my son's first trip as an adult, my brother and Amy's first trip to an all-inclusive in Mexico as well, and everybody had a blast. Now, my sister and her fiance came down at a different day. My sister-in-law and her daughter and friend came another day, and my best friend and her kids came the same day as my mom and brother and son. So we get there. We got all of this stuff. I'm telling you, it's great. Everything's beautiful. The grounds are gorgeous. A couple days in, we go in and we go to meet. I mean, this is why we went early, was to go meet our wedding coordinator. Well, we find out 3 days before our wedding that our wedding coordinator no longer works there. And so when we go back looking at her emails, she'd been gone for like 4 to 6 weeks for sure. And nobody contacted us and let us know. So yeah, 3 days before the wedding, there's someone else coming in trying to go over all this stuff with us, which is okay because Nate and I really did our research. We really had it down. We both did the spreadsheets, so it was all right. The one thing that did get missed that I was disappointed in and didn't even realize till after, all the wedding music was supposed to be played by a violin. That is what we had chosen. And instead it was recorded music. But because I was all in the moment of getting married, I don't even know for sure if it was the right songs or not. I have no idea. I'm going to have to wait for the video and go check it out and make sure we had the right one. But honestly, that was honestly the least of our concerns, right? I didn't even realize till later. Oh my gosh. So the night before the wedding, we had a family supper that I had pre-booked with our coordinator a couple months ago for the 16 of us in total. And they would do that for us at a restaurant if we preset the menu. So we preset the menu and everybody absolutely loved it. The food was amazing. So hey Kobe. So that's the night before the wedding. And because everybody lives all over Canada and the US, we did not get a stag and stagette, bachelorette parties anytime before that. So it was done the night before our wedding. So let me tell you, I had to make sure it was an early night so that I could get married the next day. So the guys went one way after the supper and the girls went the other. So what we did, bowling per person there was extra. It was $15 a game per person, which my sister paid for all of us. Hi, Floss. So we went bowling and then we went and watched the evening entertainment, which let me tell you was hit and miss. We watched the Michael Jackson one. It was probably the worst Michael Jackson at an all-inclusive I've ever seen, and every resort does one. But the night before the wedding for the stagette, they actually had, hey Steve, hey Floss, they had Mexican music. It was very authentic music, dancing and different stuff, and it was a ton of fun. And it got even funner because we ended up in the very front row, front and center. And my sister-in-law, or soon-to-be sister-in-law, got hauled up on stage dancing with them on stage in front of everybody in this big theater. And she played along great. It was awesome. If you want to see a short on that, I think it's a short or a video, but it's on the Morris family. They have that posted up on their channel. So after that show and everything, it was probably like 9:30-ish. And a lot of people were like, oh, let's go to the disco because there's a disco on site. That again was all inclusive. Hey, Troy, good to see you. So I looked at my sister. She looked at me. We knew we were spending the next day together getting ready for the wedding and everything itself. And I went, you guys go on. Go keep doing your stagette. Girls join in, whatever, but I am going to bed. So I did go to bed early that night, but I had so much fun. One of the things that was really cute for the stagette is my sister got me, oh, it's got not safety pins, it's got hairpins in there still. She got me a wedding sombrero. So for the stagette, she pinned this into my hair, and we did a little off to the side. As the evening went on, I went a little more. And I got a lot of extra attention from my little tiny wedding sombrero. It was such a cute idea, and I've always wanted a sombrero from Mexico. I never bought one because I thought they were all huge. This is perfect. Yeah. Oh, did I even show you guys my ring? I think I have before. Oh, it's not focusing. There we go. Yepper, I'm married. Thank you, Bree. Hey, Bree. Bree just put up the link to that little shorter video that my brother put up of Amy out there dancing on the night of the Stagette. It was awesome. Thank you. They're very pretty. Nate did really, really good, didn't he? So, oh my gosh, I got only 20 minutes left. Wedding day. So Nate and I parted in the morning sometime. I don't even remember. My mind was in a complete kerfuffle. I think we went and had breakfast together, or did we order breakfast up? I can't even remember. I'll have to ask him, but he's getting ready for his live stream. So, oh, you had a sombrero like that for Chihuahua? That's awesome. Hello, Rudy Tuesday. Thanks for coming in. So Nate set up a live stream while I was doing my thing. He set up a live stream on the beach. We got married on the beach, overlooking the ocean, and the resort set up all the chairs for us with the navy colored ribbons on the chairs. They're white chairs with navy ribbons, and they did all of that for us. They set up the speakers and the table and flowers. Everything that was prearranged came through. So Nate was setting up the live stream for family members that was private, so that they could watch. It worked very well. And around lunchtime, my sister and I met with the wedding coordinator in the meeting room that we were getting married in. Nate and I had decided that we wanted to not have to worry about weather, wind, or lack of air conditioning. So, hey, Phil. So we had the wedding on the beach and the supper and reception indoors, and it was, oh my gosh, you guys, it was awesome. So my sister and I went to help set up a couple things. I took a whole freaking suitcase, one checked suitcase with wedding decorations, and when we get our pictures and stuff back, I'm going to show it all to you. But let me tell you what happened at the airport. Oh my gosh. Everything's going great. A lot of stuff has changed in Cancun. You don't need to fill out all those same forms you used to have to fill out when you get there. A lot of stuff's electronic. They're zipping you in and out fast. There was talk about strike and luggage being delayed. We had no problem with our luggage, but I got hauled in by security, immigration, whatever you call, and they went through all of my stuff, all of it. And that's fine. But then they said anything that I brought for the wedding that was new, I had to pay tax on. I had to pay a duty. And so like, oh, would you say it's about 300? And I'm like, okay, sure. It was probably more than that. And so they said, okay, well, that's 300 American and a 19% tax. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, I'm Canadian. So that's not even fair right off the bat. So they did a conversion for that. Switched. I ended up having to pay, and I had to wait in line to pay 626 pesos, which is about $50 Canadian. And no, I did not take pepper spray, Mark. So yeah, I had to pay that tax. But while I'm waiting, there's a really drunk guy in there, and I don't know what it was that he did. He must have been drinking hard on his flight. And he had an accent. I'm not sure where, it was some European accent. And he had to pay 3,000 pesos, and none of his cards were working. And he turns to me and goes, "Could you pay this for me?" And I went, "Are you nuts?" I'm like, "No, I am not paying for that. That would have been a couple $100, and I don't even know you." Hey, Johnny, thank you so much. So yeah, in the end, I had to pay duty, even though I said I'm bringing it back with me. But you had to pay the card. I did get a receipt for it. I mean, it was all legitimate, but it was something that I did not expect. So then we got our Amstar ride back to the resort. And yeah, anyways, back to the wedding day. There is so much stuff, you guys, I can hardly even keep it straight in my head. So my sister and I helped with the decorations, and then the coordinator took us on a little golf cart thing off to the U Spa where I paid to get my hair done. We got our discount, so it ended up being 104 American. Thank you, honey. And I tell you, boy, was it worth it. When you're talking about dealing with fine hair in tropical heat and plus not knowing how to do my hair in a nice style, they did it. And I tell you, I was so happy. When they were done, my sister's taking pictures. I started crying. I was like, made me feel beautiful. And I can tell you, there's not a whole hell of a lot of times in my life where I ever could say that. And yeah, I was like, wow, maybe I have potential. Well, that's a one day only. So we get the hair done. The coordinator comes back with the golf cart because it's hot out. Picks my sister and I up. We go back to my room. Hey, Van Light Voyages. We go back to the room. And my sister and I, she does her hair. We get dressed. We do the makeup. When the coordinator picked us up from the spa, he had already gotten my bouquet of flowers. So I'm carrying that and super excited. So my sister and I are taking silly pictures in our room and doing all sorts of silly stuff. I did not have a single drink before the wedding. And I don't know, it was getting close to the time we had to go. And the closer it got, the less nervous I was. I felt a whole lot of calm coming over me. I mean, legally, Nate and I are already married, but the ceremony is when it really felt real, right? And so I asked my sister, and we prayed for everyone attending and peace for Nate, and that everything was going to go well. And it really did. They rolled us out. Nate couldn't be facing where we were coming in. So his best friend Rudy walked out with him. He'll explain that part better because I was hiding where you couldn't see me. And then my sister went down the aisle, and then my son walked me down the aisle, which that man, because he's a man now, ever since he was a little boy, always thought his mommy was going to get married and he was going to walk her down the aisle. Although back in the day, he thought he was going to be wearing a little tuxedo. Hi, Tim. So my son walked me down the aisle. It was awesome. I'm walking up and I see my mom crying. Now, my mom is not a crier. My mom was so overcome with emotion, and it was so beautiful that I veered off to the side walking down the aisle to stop and give my mom a kiss. And then my son gave me away, and I'm not going to get into too many details, but we had an amazing officiant. She did such a great job. We had a sand ceremony added in, which I wasn't even I didn't even really know that was going to happen. It was kind of like surprise. That's probably why they asked us each what our favorite color was the other day. I don't know. We wrote our own vows. And he got to read his vows first. And I'll tell you, there is some stuff in there that sounded a little bit similar between the two of our vows. So it threw me off a little. But it was awesome. And I cried like a baby when he was reading his vows. Braden was choking him back. My mom's crying like a baby. Everybody's crying. I stumbled through my vows. And then, you finally get to kiss the bride. And we walk down the aisle, and they had everything set up so we could do the champagne toast. So water or 7-Up or whatever it was for those that weren't drinking, like the kids, and then champagne for the rest of us. We had a professional photographer who took a couple pictures with us and our family on the beach, and then a lot of pictures with me and Nate while the rest of the family went to go get drinks where the supper was for the ceremony. And then the coordinator drove us to the ceremony, to the supper after the ceremony. And my friend Charlene said grace for us at the supper and introduced us first as Mr. and Mrs. as we came into the supper. Everything went great. Rudy did his toast to the groom. My sister did a toast to the bride, which, let me tell you, had everybody crying. My mom did a welcome to the family to Nate, and she is such a cutie patootie. She has never publicly spoken ever in her life, and she did so great. She looked so natural. It was crazy. And then Nate's sister did a welcome to the family for me. Oh my goodness, I cried more happy tears than I even thought was imaginable. So I'm almost to the end of the list of what I'm talking to, and then you guys can hit me with questions. Um, they served us supper right to where we were, any drinks that we wanted. We did our first dance. Our first dance song was Life with You by Kelsey Hart. So if you want to listen to that, we both spent a lot of time listening to a lot of different songs for our first dance, and that is the one that we picked. There's lots of dancing, lots of crazy dancing. My mom was kind of in pain a bit and couldn't get up to dance, so I pulled her chair into the middle, had her sit there. Next thing you know, all of us girls are dancing like we think we're strippers without taking our clothes off, and my mom's smacking all of us on the butts and laughing. A lot more innocent sounding than I just made it seem. Oh my goodness, Tim, thank you. Thank you so much. It was so greatly appreciated. No crying. Are you kidding? I even went at the office and I started crying about how great everything went. I can handle these kinds of tears, I tell ya. Let me play a thank you. I'm going to find one here really quick. Whew. Holy moly. I think I got 3 points left on 4 sheets of paper I wrote. And I was like, okay, I'm only doing my live streams for 45 minutes max. Trying to keep it relevant, right? And I spoke a lot faster than I thought. Let me just go back. Hang on, wrong button. Thank you again, Tim. You do spoil me. Yeah, stripper dancing. Oh, yeah. I'm really glad our videographer wasn't there for that part, for some of it, because I started hiking up the front of my dress, like almost like I was going to give my mom a lap dance. Jokingly, like I didn't actually, I think it was my sister that might have caught some of that video. So thank you for these super chats, because I might have to use them to bribe her to never show anybody that video. Thank you so much, Johnny. Johnny says it's okay for girls to cry. That is right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Eyes are so clear with you. I want to stay with you.
Thank you guys all so very much. It's so appreciated. Hello, Bernadette. Good to see you here. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff, you guys. I'm super wound up. And if you think I'm wound up, you should have seen how hyper Nate was. Oh my goodness. I should have cut him off the cough hours ago. But he's a grown man. So we had lots of fun dancing. Our families blended together so well. Our family and friends, it's like we are all one family. And Nate's groomsman, Rudy, everybody in my family adores him. They're like, he is so funny. And he did a great toast to the groom. He was hilarious. Yep. So we tossed the bouquet. Nate took the garter down. I had told him people traditionally do it with their teeth. So he did. And then I flung it back. My brother caught it, picked it up like this, like as if it was like a G-string underwear one. Ew. I'm like, it was above my knee, above my knee. And of course, my brother is the next one to get married. I didn't bring a toss bouquet because I knew that I was going to be able to bring the whole bouquet home. What I did with the bouquet was greenery and had 3 roses in it, and then our flowers on the table all had roses. So I plucked out all the roses, gave them to everybody who was there, more to some that wanted more, and took 2 in a boutonniere home to dry so that we have that. Oh, Ringo and Czar, thank you for gifting those memberships. That's awesome. He just gifted 10 memberships. YouTube randomly says who it goes to. But whoever those 10 memberships are, and anybody that's already a member, will have access in the next couple days to the private family live stream that we did for the wedding, 20 minutes of our wedding ceremony. As it happened. So that is for channel members only. That one will never be public, only channel members, just so that you guys know. Did Nate moon anyone? Yes and no. We could ask him about that. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much. It's awesome. Yeah, oh yeah, he'll try to cover that in his live. Did you guys see the thumbnail to Nate's t-shirt? It says, I love my awesome wife. Of course I bought that. I bought that months before. Oh, even before Christmas. Could I save it till Christmas? No. As soon as I got it, gave it. So after the bouquet toss and the garter, Nate and I went to change in our room, and then we met all of our family back down in the theater where all that evening entertainment starts. And then all of us, except for those with children. So Nate's sister and her daughter, our niece, and my friend Charlene and her son did not go to the disco after, but everybody else did, including my son and my mom. And we all danced like nobody was watching. It was like we had a giant party set up for us with all the lights and smoke, all-inclusive drinks. I mean, it was a blast, an absolute blast. All right, Mark. Yes, I'm already picking out his clothes. That's the only one he's let me ever pick out. I got to tell you, Nate looked absolutely handsome. And yeah, oh, my heart, I am so happy. And I've already started the process of changing my name, different things like that. Even my son was so happy for us too, right? Everybody was happy for us. There was so much emotion through the whole thing, and it was all good. And in little things like music or, the wedding coordinator, we just shrugged it off. We knew that something was going to go wrong. We just didn't know what. So we kind of sat back, and what it was super easy to deal with. So the next morning after the wedding, we did get delivered to us a breakfast. Now, Nate, he pays attention to everything. It's like, well, I thought room service breakfasts and that were already included. Well, yes, they are. But they got us a special one and asked him what was all in it, including champagne, another bottle of champagne, and a ridiculous amount of food. I had a blast. Oh, you aren't going to wear that now, are you? Funny. Thank you, Derek and Tanya. That is so appreciated. Let me play a thank you. Okay, I was just playing that video for the super chat when Nate yelled, I can't find my underwear. What the hell is going on?
Oh, well, Floss asked about being mooned, and I thought I would share the specialized underwear that I had, but I can't find them. You didn't steal them and put them in a frame or something, did you?
No, you're my husband. I can frame any of your underwear. Why would I frame your underwear?
That's enough of me. Bye.
So anybody that hasn't noticed, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat. He will be starting in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, he is crazy. Let me get back to the comments here. And again, thank you guys so much. Yes, Cody, we received a whole lot of gifts from you. A whole lot of gifts. And when you rewatch a live stream, I thanked you. Actually, you and my friend Leanne and my new sister-in-law, they all sent us stuff on our Amazon gift registry as well. Did I do that? Where am I going to go live? Where am I going to go live? Oh, the live version of our wedding that it's not live now, but what was recorded then is going to be for members only on Van Vida Travels. Hey, Charlie Grace, thank you. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dee. Stephen Oki, thank you so very much for that. That is so awesome. I can't wait till we make it to your meetup in the next year or two, I'm hoping. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. I got to tell you guys the weirdest thing. Now, I am one of those people, and I mean, maybe you don't see it because I seem outgoing on the live streams and stuff, but out in the real world, I'm actually quite self-conscious. And especially when I go somewhere that's got a beach or a pool, any of those things, right? I hear something. Is he already live? He might be starting. Anyways, I'm usually super duper self-conscious, and this time I wasn't. Am I where I wanted to be, looking how I wanted to look? No. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am loved for me just as I am. And it is the most amazing feeling in the whole world. So, with that, let's go do a wedding raid to Land Cloud Adventures. Oh, you're not live? Dog just unplugged the headphones. See, I'm in the kitchen upstairs, and his office is directly below me in the basement. Okay. Ah. Yes, we still have those, Mark. They're actually in the bedroom on a shelf. When we were dating in the desert 2 years ago, Mark gave us these little off the market glasses, it said, and it was freaking adorable, 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 adorable. And we still have them. We have them. Aw, thanks, Jordan. I couldn't do the live streams. I just couldn't do the live streams, you guys, because there was so much I didn't know was going to work. But now I'm back, baby. I'm back, and I'm happier than ever. Am I going to go live in Canada? Oh, live in Canada, the US. So the plan is early retirement for me is, I keep saying 7 or 8 years, but it's actually 7 years. 7 years this month, exactly. And so we're going to stay in Canada. Nate's applying for his permanent residence. We're just getting started into this process, including our marriage license we're waiting for in the mail. And yeah, getting married, got married. Oh my gosh, I'm married. I am a wife. I have a husband. And you know what? If anybody really knows Bree, TGIF, her and her husband always call each other wife or husband. And as a single person, I was like, I never really heard that before. But we do it all the time. I'm like, hey, husband. He's like, hey, wife. Like, it's so stinking cute. Anyways, go ahead, click that link at the top of the live stream. This is my quick update for you guys. Ask Nate a million questions. I'll see you over at Land Cloud Adventures. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you.